about this video coming up here. There's a lot of things we got to discuss, and some things are good and some things are bad. So let's just get right to it. It's been about, I don't know, 8-9 months since our last video on the Scimitar. And obviously, if you follow my Facebook page, and we'll get to that here in a minute, is that project is just dead in the water. We got maybe 11 to 12 backers behind that. Barely covered our storage fees. The sponsors that were behind us, supposedly from the beginning, decided they just didn't want to do this anymore because they weren't making enough off of people coming in and buying things off of any type of sponsorships. We talked to Glastron as well, or tried to, I should say. They're just not really super interested in doing anything like this. And I think it may have been also because we've already done pretty much two and a half boats. It'll be probably the same thing all over again, but it's another boat. This was not ever intended to be my boat. I made that quite clear from the very beginning. This was strictly to build for the fans. I don't have the money to be able to rebuild a boat anymore. But anyway, I kind of jumped ahead of myself. Let's go back and talk a little bit about what's been going on the past 8-9 months. Then we'll get back to the boat here in a second. Let's see, last April, before this past April, year and a half ago roughly, I was just sitting around the house one day relaxing, and I was scrolling through Facebook, and there was somebody just came up that, you know, from my past that I dated back in high school. Now I know all you guys are going, oh yeah, whatever, everybody does that. Well, I mean, you're right, but once you hear the story, I think you'll kind of understand. I decided to just send her a message, and so I sent her a message, and she responded back. We talked back and forth a few times. I asked her on a legit date. I took her out to Cavalli's Pizza here in McKinney, Texas, and we went to Brahms after that, took her home, and we started dating after that. And about 6 months in, I proposed, and we got married last December 8th. I didn't really tell anybody about this because it was one of those things I wanted my private life to kind of be private. I have been very open in the past, and I honestly have kind of paid for it in a way. That's pretty much all we're going to talk about it. I just want to let you know I did get married. I'm very happy. I'm no longer a FriscoBoater. I'm kind of McKinney-boater now, but that's, you know, neither here nor there. That was my moniker I started back in 2009, and it's become a brand, so I'm kind of proud of it. But anyway, I moved to McKinney. She's a school teacher, and I'm still in the AV business. So we got married, did our thing, went back to work, been kind of blowing and going ever since. It's now, what, early August, and school's about to start, so we're kind of getting back in that fall season. And then, okay, so that's out of the way, done. You guys know I got married again, very happy, and we're just, like I said, enjoying our first year of marriage. Another big change that happened in that amount of time is I merged my company with someone else. I've been going on since April 1st, 2008 was when I started my AV company. Now, I had been in the business at least 15 or 20 years before that, so I'm right at 25, 30 years, something. I lose track of experience in the high-end audiovisual, lighting control, those type of things, automation business. We usually, then this company does a lot of commercial. And I wanted to really kind of get more into the commercial, the bleeding edge, top of the line, residential as well. And this gave me the opportunity. I was able to roll my clients in as well, take over, and I don't have to go in the attic anymore. That was just killing me. I developed a little thing with my heart called AFib in an attic a few years ago, and I just decided it's time for me not to be getting in those hot attics anymore. So it allowed me to merge everything over to that company, me to get back into just really concentrating on taking care of clients, designing really killer systems, and I really enjoy it. The drawback to that is that it takes up a ton of time. It is probably a good hour-and-a-half drive for me to work every morning, and I spend at least another 2.5 to 3 hours in the truck driving around taking care of my clients. So it's very, I have to really be on top of my game, and I'll work a ton of hours. So that's pretty much it. It's been get up, go to work, come home, go to sleep. Get up, go to work, come home, go to sleep. Eat, somewhere in between there. And it's been nice. I've been able to kind of sit back and relax and enjoy life for the first time in a long time. And it's been great. and now it's kind of time to sit down and get back to doing some YouTube stuff. Now, let's get right back to the boat. Like I said, we had very little support, and I really do kind of understand why, is because we really couldn't discuss what was going on. I really didn't know. I wanted to see if we had the backing behind us. We really didn't. This was not something for me that I was going to put money into. This was giving back to the fans because it was going to be something of a charity. Maybe I jumped the gun, I don't know. But it did not get any of the support that we even thought, not even close to it. So I decided a little bit after Christmas, I decided it's time to go ahead and put this down. Try one more time with trying to get a couple of sponsors. It just really didn't pan out. It was going to be roughly needed to keep things going and to have a place to work on it and do that. It was going to be about $2,500 to $3,000 a month, and that's including buying some parts and parts every now and then. And what my budget was, and what I kind of figured based on other restorations of the Scimitar, is the fact it was going to cost between $25,000 and $30,000 in just labor and build costs, materials. And I mean, let's face it, I'm not working for free, and this was something that was really, really pushed on by the fans, and I really was pumped up about it. But like I said, we all learned a lesson here. It was not something to be had, and I realize that now. The boat's gone back to where it came from. It's still safe. It'll probably be restored some other day. I don't know. But it's not something that I'm going to be doing. I just don't have the time nor the money. A lot of people don't realize how much money I poured into the last restorations. I lost a lot of money to bring these video series to you. Yes, YouTube pays me a little bit of money, but it is not what you think. You can do some research on it. You'll see exactly kind of what the YouTubers are making based on amount of hits per month, per video, and it's pretty darn accurate. I do have a very good demographic because it's the guys that like to work and they do things, and they patron my sponsors or the advertisers that are on my channel. And so therefore I tend to get a little bit more than like somebody who's just doing a gaming channel or something like that. However, it does not pay the bills by any stretch of the imagination. It's a little bit extra a month. It kind of gives me that little extra incentive to kind of put something together for you guys, and I truly, truly do enjoy doing this. Now, the flip side to that is I broke my cardinal rule a while back, and that is reading comments. That is one of the biggest things as a YouTube creator you're not supposed to do. You're not supposed to sit down and read the comments, because I don't care who you are in this world, the comments will get to you. Whether, you know, I'm not here for an attaboy. I really enjoy doing this. I know what I'm doing, but I'm not looking here for people to praise me and say, good job, it's beautiful. I understand I'm here to really kind of give you guys something to help teach you and learn with you. I teach you, you know, how to do something as I'm learning myself. So I realized that this just can't happen as far as how I poured money into the Sea Ray and the Carlson. The Sea Ray was a mistake. I mean, obviously we bought the boat and it was rotten. However, I did fix it, and it turned out to be a huge hit with all the fans, so we chose to do the Carlson. Now I've got an update on the Carlson coming up in another video. I realized I never closed that series out, and there's a big reason for it, so that video will be coming up soon. So just stay tuned and I'll explain the whole thing on that. You'll understand. So with that being said, I decided from now on what I'm going to do is get back to what I enjoy on YouTube, and that's just filming whatever I want. If you go back and look at the stuff that I've filmed, I pretty much just threw caution to the wind and filmed whatever I want. I've done storage auctions. I've done lifts on my truck. I've done, fixed a Ryobi, what do you call it, weed eater. I've done pretty much, you know, a lot of do-it-yourself projects. And I looked at my mantra back on I think it was Facebook or YouTube, is that what I did was DIY to the max. I'll tackle anything just to learn. Yes, it did go down the boating route, and that was really cool. I'm not saying that boating isn't ever going to happen again, but I cannot say, yes, this is going to happen again, and we're going to do the same type of restoration all over again. We've got two very good restorations under our belt, and I'm looking to do some other things. My father-in-law really enjoys cars, and we're talking about doing something together. A little bit of a kind of a fix-it-up type thing. We really like watching Motor Trend and everything. And by the way, there's a shout out to Motor Trend. You've got to subscribe to them. They're awesome. It's only $5 a month. And I didn't get paid to say that. But anyway, we're looking at doing something like that to where we can spend some time together, do little things, but they don't cost a ton of money. There's little stupid things you can do around the cars. He and I both have GM trucks, and we've been talking about little upgrades and maybe do test outs. You know, hey, is this worth it? We spend the money on the product, check them out, and give you an honest opinion. There's a lot of things that you can do with YouTube that I enjoy that actually do turn out very, very well. So with that being said, that's what I'm getting back to. And I know I'm going to catch a lot of flack, and I really don't care right now. I provide this stuff for free, and if you don't like it, that seriously, unsubscribe. I enjoy having the following that I have that really enjoy what I do. So that's what I'm getting back to. Is it's going to be pretty much whatever I choose coming up. Yes, I may take some input from the YouTube subscribers, but most of the time it's going to be what I need to do. Let's go fix a sprinkler system, or you just whatever. Because I do have some mechanical knowledge, and I can pass that on. I kind of look at it as how you teach a child when they're growing up. If someone doesn't know how it's done, you kind of can help teach them. My big thing is a lot of times I'm teaching myself as I go. And I try to teach the problem solving skills of how to get over those hurdles that you run into and anything new that you do. So I decided that I'm going to probably cut off the YouTube comments. You have an option to do that. YouTube has done a lot of changing lately to where we can do a lot of filtering and auto banning for people that they can tell if it's a fake account, if it's somebody who's using profane language. If they actually can look at the sentence structure and see if they're using something that is very negative that does not pertain to the topic involved. They're actually pretty advanced in it. So, and it's nice because it kind of takes those out, because we all know there's trolls that just run rampant, and all they do is live to basically be a keyboard warrior. I don't deal with keyboard warriors well. I'd rather not see them. That's why, back to my Facebook, is that the only place that I pretty much interact with is Facebook. Facebook is actually becoming a very, very big community of my followers, and I post things from time to time. I answer a lot of questions. I answer every single one of my instant messages you send through Facebook. I've had some people say, "Oh, I don't use Facebook." I'm sorry. This is just going to be the way that YouTube does not allow any type of real communication other than the comments. And the comments can get very overwhelming, especially as a YouTube channel grows. And that's what's really awesome, is that my YouTube channel has grown leaps and bounds over the past year. And it's not from boating stuff, it's from my truck stuff. It's little things from the boating, 1 or 2 particular videos. The Scimitar videos really didn't do well. It's fact of life. My analytics were terrible. As much promotion as we did, as much time as I put into it, designing all the videos and all the graphics and everything like that, it just didn't work. Plain and simple. We had the die-hard Scimitar people behind us, the die-hard Glastron people, but it did not appeal to the masses. And that's what it has to do, is it has to appeal to the masses if you're trying to drum up backing for it. I learned my lesson on that. So I have to go with what I enjoy doing, and it's fun to see how it has grown with just the things that I've seen in the past. You know, my storage unit that I bought a while back, how to rebuild a gimbal housing. There's little videos that have popped up here and there, and I'm working on trying to organize a little bit better this series so that way you guys can follow it, but I think it's pretty good. So back to my Facebook, is that I do spend a lot of time responding to and answering questions. Now, I'm not going to answer the question, and this may sound really mean, but at this point this has to be mentioned because I get a lot of them. When they message me and say, "Hey, I just bought a boat, what do I do?" That's an exaggeration, but that's usually pretty much what I get, is that give me some tips and tricks. Well, I'm going to have to start responding because I get so many messages every day. I have 2 very good series with lots of tips and tricks in it. And basically, here's iBoats.com forum, because they have wonderful guys that know a lot of stuff over there, and they can really help you, and I encourage people to read. I look at it as, if you go to college and you don't read the textbooks, then you can't understand how you're going to be able to do a job. So I know that sounds kind of mean, but it's pretty much true. I spent a lot of time developing these videos and putting them out there. Yes, they were an accident they got popular, but I've really tried to do something really cool here, and I'm going to continue to do something good, because YouTube is a great little avenue. It is a little bit extra money each month. It's a lot of fun. However, I'm just not going to deal with the negativity anymore of people that just don't think that whatever I'm doing is wrong, or you know, that I've, you know, lost and I just don't put out videos enough. Well, you know, it's when I choose to put out videos. It's when something comes up. I'm not backed by a big production company like a lot of these people are. I don't have video games sponsoring me. I'm not going to say that may not happen, but whatever pays the bills, sometimes you have to do some advertising. It's a fact of life. These are free videos, and what pays for them is advertising. So anyway, I think I've rambled on enough. I just wanted to come to you guys and let you know exactly what was going on. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. It's been, you know, a crazy few years after the divorce in 2015, and it's, you know, they say, you know, when you go through a divorce, it's 4 to 5 years before you really kind of get back to somewhat normalcy. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and I apologize for being a little blunt about this stuff, but you know, you have to kind of do what you got to do, and I apologize for the comments going to be off on a lot of this stuff. You can contact me through Facebook. I'm going to put the link below, so that way you can get on there and see it. I think it kind of holds everybody a little more accountable because it's actually somewhat real because you use your name. Yes, I realize there's fake accounts, and I'm sure people are going to say that, but Facebook has some great new filters now that I can do a lot of filtering out with that and approve comments and that type of thing, or actually I have someone that can do that for me. But anyway, love you guys, and I sure hope that you stay around and kind of see what's going on. Pass the word about the old boating videos. We got some good, cool stuff coming up. They're little small projects, one video series, nothing really big, but I just want to get back to kind of helping. And I'd like to get back to the FriscoBoater University. That's going to be a big ordeal because it's a lot of re-editing old videos. So that will be coming. It's turned out to be a lot bigger task than I thought it was. So that is there, but it's on the back burner. Anyway, ramble enough, guys. I love you. Please, if you like this, give me a thumbs up at least. You know, subscribe, hit the bell button, make sure that you get notifications when I do put out new videos. And I will, I promise. It just takes a little time, a lot of editing. Anyway, love y'all. See you soon.